The Carolina Rains have arrived as we are inside a soggy Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerge from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Denver Broncos. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Lock now on first down. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Lock. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver. DeAndre Hopkins with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
25-yard line.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. McCaffrey playing against the Broncos here, and McCaffrey from the Denver area played his high school ball in Highlands Ranch south of downtown. And, of course, Father Ed, a longtime receiver, a very good one for the Broncos, played with them from 1995 until 2003. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a third down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 48-yard line.
They go play action with Jackson. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 32-yard line. 15 yards on the play. First down.
10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. First carry from Mike Davis, the former Seahawk. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
Perfect on the tackle.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Another run, this time McCaffrey. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
He was brought down at the...
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side. Well, after that pickup of the first down, I think some of the defensive guys are going to be looking over their coordinator and saying that was not in the scouting report. That went against every tendency most teams have. You don't usually hand the ball to your big guy in that situation. Sometimes you catch them by surprise.
1st and goal and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play. On 2nd and goal, Jackson. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Chris Manhertz, his first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Block working out of the gun. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. These two teams all tied after 1.
7-7. Sam Martin in punt formation.
The Broncos' new signee for 2020, Sam Martin, former Lion, on to punt. Back deep is Tavon Austin. That's taken on the 25. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10.
At their own 39-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum.
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Panthers have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Panthers 14, Broncos 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. KJ Hamler returning it. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that. Maybe they can get this game tied up.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. On 1st down, right back to Lindsey. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Locke. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. From the gun, it's Locke. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th, now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
Oh, and it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's 2nd down. They go back to the ground now with Lindsey. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They'll run with Lindsey. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal. Lock on the give. It's Lindsey. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. Philip Lindsey with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game.
His kick is good.
And this one through the uprights and good.
That ties the game at 14.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Hey, Mike 40, Mike 40. Watch the run. Check Mike 40, check Mike 40. Hogan 19. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. He did well to get him 8 yards, but it's still going to mean a call to the punt team on 4th down. So on 4th down, kicking it away here. And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. Anxious moments there on the fake, but they do get just enough to pick up the first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Well, earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to defend him. I think you used the term bottle him up at different levels. They've struggled to do that.
They certainly have, because when you see them approach, in order to bottle them up at different levels, that front line's got to take care of business. Otherwise, he starts to slip through.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 3rd down, Jackson. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Hamler now on the return. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
13 yards. 1st down, Broncos.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts.
1st down.
As they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They look to throw. It's Locke. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. They'll run on 1st down. It's Lindsey. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
26-yard line.
Second and 5 now. Locke. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. First and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score.
Touchdown.
Melvin Gordon hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And in the tie. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Makes the score Broncos 21, Panthers 14.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
5-yard line. The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around.
And nothing but daylight ahead. Touchdown, Carolina. Robbie Anderson. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. To throw again. Locke. Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. Operating from the gun. Locke going deep for Hopkins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
And there's Christian McCaffrey with another run CMC as he's known in the Carolina area. Easily the most productive running back in the league last season. 2,392 yards from scrimmage. He's just so dangerous every time he gets the football. Whether you hand it to him, throw it to him out of the backfield, just imagine if they had the guts to let him return kicks as well. This guy is a true triple threat.
Here's McCaffrey. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Justin Simmons up from his safety spot to make the tackle.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. He uncorks it for Snead, and he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. A solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
I know people see Phillip Lindsay's role in Denver changing a bit with the arrival of Melvin Gordon, but I think Gordon's going to be more of an enhancement for Lindsay. Maybe he won't carry it as often, but now he'll be much more effective as a two-headed monster in the backfield. Both of them can run it inside, get to the perimeter, and catch the ball in the backfield and move the sticks.
At their 49-yard line.
Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. Going deep for Hopkins. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. The CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 19-yard line.
He's got a first down past the 30. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. He was able to escape the pocket and get out of bounds. You like the decision-making?
I love the decision-making, and I love the execution because you just know that his eyes were darting all over the place. You know, they talk about keeping your head on a swivel, looking for the danger spots, where the hits are going to come from. How about him getting all he could out of that run and then getting out of bounds?
And he told us, look, I'm a rookie. I'm waiting for the game to slow down, but it seems like he's processing things pretty well.
He certainly is. He's slowing the game down himself with his actions. You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
2nd and 10 now, 3rd quarter from Charlotte. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35.
McCaffrey on the carry.
Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Jackson to throw on 3rd down. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
At the 38-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run here with Lindsey. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, Locke. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
Broncos first down.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. On 1st down, Lindsey. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
By Shaq Thompson.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
At the 48-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Locke caught left side Hopkins. And all the way home for a Broncos score.
Complete to
DeAndre Hopkins. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos have broken the tie. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here.
56. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. 56 to Mott, boys. 56. Check 56. 3 buzz, 3 buzz, 3 buzz. Hey, smash.
Terrific running there to start the drive, as that's going to go for 15 and a quick first down as well. Well, with him trailing here in the second half, maybe his legs can try to give this offense a spark.
And that's the benefit of having a young quarterback, right? Having a rookie, a guy who will say, hold on a second, I have a little bit of fearlessness to my game. It isn't working as well the other way. Let's see what I can do to help my team this way. And boy, he did it there.
Going deep for Walker. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they... And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
That will tie the game, 28 all.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Looking into the raindrops, and he muffs it. And he is out of bounds here on the return.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Another run by Lindsey.
3-yard line.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
Every year we spend a lot of time and money evaluating the top prospects for the NFL draft. How about when we all get fortunate and see a guy like Philip Lindsay, an undrafted free agent who had 1,000 yards rushing his first 2 years in the NFL. Can run between the tackles, run with power, and catch the ball out of the backfield.
And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
He was
decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
At the 50-yard line.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. From midfield, here's Locke. Going deep for Hopkins. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Incomplete.
That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with...
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. Now Austin. 35 yards that time on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 31-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now, it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10.
We won it. Come to my work. Come 19. Come 19. 40's the mic. Watch the run. Watch the run. 40's mic. 40's mic. Oh, sweet. Let's go. Hey, Mike 40.
Jackson to throw. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Robbie Anderson, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Panthers have broken our tie as they take the lead. It's up and good, and they jump back ahead, 35-28.
Makes the score Panthers 35. Broncos 28.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he fires one incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins, the Pro Bowler, the intended receiver. But now it'll be third down.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out. Fortunate to get that football back. He's trailing here in the second half. Last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Locke. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. They had to go for it with such little time remaining.